The past is able to reveal a lot about a person, and in this case, the past is able to reveal a lot about some books, The Englishman's Boy in particular. As I review The Englishman's Boy, I'll be going back in time to review this book from a post-colonial point of view. In the novel, the natives of the land and the white Europeans are separated and hate each other, showing no respect or appreciation towards each other. They are seen throughout the novel making fun of one another. For example, a few of the natives said, "A noisy man lacking in dignity. It must be a poor thing to be a wolf poisoner, to be ugly, to eat pork, to hate silence." This quote demonstrates the hatred the natives and Europeans have towards each other. The natives are isolated from the rest of society and live in their own village with their own community, far away from the white Europeans. The natives and Europeans can't live peacefully with one another because of their racial and cultural differences. The rich are able to get what they want by taking advantage of the poor, such as the journalist Harry, who takes advantage of the poor man he is interviewing, Shorty McAdoo, and uses money to persuade the poor man into telling him his story, a story that the poor man did not want to tell, because it brought back horrible past memories that he wished to forget. The Englishman's boy is portrayed as more proper and civilized than the others in his group. When the rest of his posse starts eating a buffalo raw, he doesn't take part in such savage behavior, and instead watches from his horse. There was a sort of hierarchy, although there were no kings and queens, but there was a ranking, and the natives seemed to be at the bottom of this ranking, while the white Europeans were at the top. The natives are seen being treated poorly throughout the novel. This is most evident when Shorty asks, "What's a dead Indian bring nowadays? $10 a head? 15? Normally a criminal would have a bounty over their heads, but in this case the Indians are the ones with the bounty over their heads. Indians were treated as criminals even though they did nothing wrong. This is a clear representation of racism. The group which the Englishman's boy was traveling with had no room for weaknesses. They had the mentality of survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive. Anyone that wasn't able to keep up with them would be left behind. For example, a man that was traveling with them on an old white horse stumbled and was lost to the current along with his horse. He was able to escape the current, but when he came to shore, his horse was shot dead and he was left behind, showing how there is no room for weaknesses or mistakes in this certain group. Power was achieved either with money or violence. In this novel, characters turn to violence to achieve power, such as Hardwick, who threatened people to get what he wanted. Fitz threatened Harry to get what he wanted, showing that if you want something, you have to take what you want forcefully, otherwise you won't get it. Harry believes betraying McAdoo is acceptable as long as McAdoo is paid. With money, rich people are able to avoid consequences and persuade others easily. This is how they are able to gain great power.